We're just excited about all the program success.
We want to do what we need to do.
Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Mike Geibel Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's rugby coach Mike Geibel. And Mike, guys, getting ready to start your season here on Saturday. A little bit of a longer build-up to the year than you've had in years past. Talk about how you guys are getting ready for this first game.
We're just taking it 1 week at a time. We really tried to get some warm-up matches before we got into our season. Unfortunately, couldn't find anybody. Wanted them to come here, offered everybody we could, offered hotel blocks, things like that. Just couldn't really find anybody, but that's all right. We're getting into it this weekend into week one. We've been working hard the last few weeks since move-in, and we're ready to get started.
And obviously a big spring for you guys, bringing home the national championship in 7th season. Coming into 15th season, talk about some of the expectations and kind of how you block out that celebration and focus on this year.
Yeah, we're really, focused on no distractions this year. It's something that we've been talking about the last couple of weeks as we've been preparing for the season. We know that obviously had a really good spring 7 season, but we don't want to let that success bleed over into our 15 season and block us from reaching our potential. We don't want any type of distractions, any interference from reaching our goal.
And throughout the summer, you guys got some big news. Aaron Juma drafted in the MLR draft, first player to ever be taken in the MLR draft. Talk about what that means for him and the program as a whole.
It's huge. It's a huge, accomplishment for him. It's a goal that he's been trying to achieve it's a goal he's been trying to achieve for a few years. And, to see him drafted is just – it's a really special moment for the program. It helps us a lot, having that pathway and being able to show that we have players that go to the MLR, get drafted into the MLR through our program. It's a culmination of kind of all of his hard work and everything that he's tried to achieve over the last few years and doing the extra work and putting in the extra time and reaching for his goals.
And Juma's one of several veterans you have on this team. Him, Joe I, Shadrick Mendoza, who all starred last year. Talk about what this veteran presence does for you guys heading into this year.
It's big. We have a lot of guys who are coming back for senior years, a lot of juniors coming up. We have a lot of guys who have good experience in the high-pressure moments, which is what we need. It makes it easy for us. It makes it easier for us to win the games that we need to win if we have guys that have been there before, been in those situations, know what to expect, and know how to handle that pressure.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's rugby coach Mike Geibel. And Mike, looking at the 15 schedule this year, a heavy conference stretch. You have this non-conference game coming up against Davenport, then 3 BRRC games before you head into the tournament. Talk about seeing the number of conference opponents you are and how that's going to help you.
Yeah, it's really all about just getting fine-tuned and getting everything clicking on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders before we get to the conference tournament. Every team in the conference makes the tournament, so really the results don't matter as much other than seeding. We obviously want the top seed so we can host a home quarterfinal here in Wheeling, but we know that it's really just about building up and peaking at the right time, and that's how you're the most successful.
And you obviously have gotten great fan support over the last couple of years. You're sporting a pretty cool shirt right now. How can fans get that to help support the rugby team this year?
Yeah, this is our fundraiser shirt, the social shirts that we have made. They're available through the link in our Instagram page. I'll also put the link on our Facebook page. You can go on there. You can set up an order. We're going to get them ordered here in a couple weeks and then get them out to all the fans.
As you guys are getting ready for this season, talk about some of the goals in preseason that you guys have accomplished and kind of how you're going to carry that into the year.
So we brought in just about as many new recruits as we have returners. So a big kind of influx of guys coming in that we really need to get up to speed as quickly as possible. We didn't have the warm-up matches before we get to Davenport that we wanted to, but we've been working hard for the last 4 or 5 weeks to get into our system and get the things in place and get things installed that we need to do to be successful and get those new players up to speed.
Finally, as you guys head into this matchup against Davenport, talk a little bit about the matchup and kind of what you're looking for from your team.
So we had a really good result against Davenport the last time we played them. We drew with them, tied them. We could have had a win. We had the lead with about a minute left by 3, and then just gave up a penalty where we lost our heads for a second, and they kicked to tie it in the final minute. So we're really looking just to come out physical. We're really focusing on defense heavily this year. We want to be the toughest defense that any team's going to play all year. So if we can do that, we can keep them off the scoreboard as much as possible. We know that we can score. We know that we have the tools to put tries in. So as long as we can play our stout defense and play within our system and be calm and not make mistakes, we're going to do very well.
Thanks, Mike. Good luck in the opener. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thank you.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
We're just excited about all the program success.
We want to do what we need to do.
Thanks, Zach. Go Cards.